Okay, the Trump. I gotta ask you about with Trump and what's going on with the migrants and everything. What's your opinion? Because a lot of people banking on Trump to become president.
Man,
I'm gonna be honest.
I'm gonna be honest. There's a good chance Donald Trump could become president. Is the man? Yes. But does he know what to do? Yes. Is he contain the kind of strength this country needs? Yes. He knows what needs to be done. He knows the mistake we made and knows how to solve it and won't freaking bother with publicity. Is he a criminal yet? Yes. But right now, out of everyone else, he's the most likely to actually do something. Think about it. We got rid of Trump. We thought he was going to do the right thing. Nah, the man looks like he took 100 Xanax for dinner every time he gets on TV. Can't even bother to read the teleprompter properly. Than Joseph R. Biden. But right now, I'm looking at it because those are the two front runners. One of those two is going to end up again.
Yeah.
You know?
Nobody else is.
If I knew it was likely for someone else, I'd vote for DeSantis.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to vote for anyone really. I haven't even submitted my primary ballot because you know what? Because here in Colorado, because of what's going on with Trump, they're trying to remove him from the ballot.
Yeah.
And that would make my ballot invalid regardless, just because his name was on it.
Wow.
I haven't even submitted my ballot yet.
Because you're trying to see where it's going to go.
Exactly.
If they're going to remove him. So Colorado's trying to remove him on the ballot.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
They fighting in the United States Supreme Court for it right now.
Wow.
Like, my vote, just because his name is on the ballot, could become invalid. So, you know, would I vote for Trump this time around? Because he's the most likely to end up getting elected. Yeah. You know? But, because that's what they are. Idiots. Both Joseph R. Biden and Donald J. Trump. Idiots.
Yeah, you keeping it 100. A lot of people want to say that.
Like, hell, you even got both of them trying to use God in a box to make your opinion happen towards them.
Yeah.
To the other, you're getting used. Stop voting for these idiots. Stop voting for people so old. They're stuck in their ways. Their opinions are their opinions. They ain't gonna change because what the people of this nation say.
Or the right thing to do.
Or the right thing to do.
Or the moral
thing to do. They don't care about any of that. They care about the agenda of the people that's backing them.
Yeah.
They'll do whatever it takes for them to make money and get good political status. None of them care about you. Wake up.
Heard that. This came out of a homeless shelter. I'm in Curtis District of Denver, Colorado. I'm gonna keep my distance a little bit. I know where the migrants are at now, so they told me where to go. So I'm gonna go and try to find them. But look at this, man. A lot of homeless people here, man. This is crazy. They got a big homeless population. Let me go over this way. Trying to keep it safe. I'm gonna talk to you guys. Just after that New York stuff, make sure I keep safe. Even though they're homeless people from the States, but I'll keep my distance. And I'll try to keep it safe. I'm by myself, so I gotta play it smart. So they got their hands full. I was told that they spend over $40 million helping the migrants here as well, so that's crazy. That's not even their homeless. They spend over $40 million helping the migrants right here as well. So the struggle is real here in Denver too. That's why I had to come here, like I promised, to show you guys what's going on. So let's get to the place. What's up, guys? How you doing today? You rocking out with the one and only phillydom. Let me get in uniform. Let me get in uniform. Let me get in uniform. I was rocking, you know, not having a hat on every day. I'm putting the hat on now. Gotta go in the uniform. Yeah, you guys know where I'm at, man. I'm in Colorado. I told y'all I'll make it to Denver, Colorado, and guess what? I'm in Denver, Colorado. Man, let me talk to you guys. This was rough, man. To find these shelters where they're at was rough. They don't have that many shelters in town, like, you know, how New York has and Chicago. There's only a couple shelters where they house migrants at. But what I was told by some of the locals, they've been putting them everywhere in different places like that. But they got like 7 main shelters where they put them at. This is a hotel shelter. You know, it ain't on the line of I'll show you guys. I can show you better than tell you. It's not on the line of the shelters in New York City, but I heard some places, some apartments in downtown Denver, that has apartment complexes and hotels that are house migrants. I figured we go to this Quality Inn. Then the Quality Inn, hold on. Let you see what's going on. You got some homeless people out there. And they said migrants were staying out here at one time when this hotel was packed, because they was hoping that eventually they would get a room, so they camped out like right here. And you can see people camped out. I'm not sure if they're migrants or they're local homeless people. My bet would be local homeless people. I don't think migrants would acquire this much. Have this much stuff. These guys got a whole house of luggage. They even got a bat out there for security. So we're walking towards it's called the Quality Inn. They house like 400 migrants here at one time. I'm not sure if they all still here, because you know the rules, and each state has their different rules and regulations. So they might have ran out of time, and you know they kicked them out, because they've been kicking migrants out of hotel shelters here in Denver, Colorado. But right now we're not actually in Denver. We're right outside of Denver, in a place called Aurora, which is like 20-minute ride outside the city, and you're in Aurora. So I thought it was significant to show you this one, because a lot of poor people here in Denver, or people on fixed income, will live in these hotels right here, because they pay by the I guess you pay by the week or whatever, and it's pretty affordable. This is a Mexican restaurant right there. I like the name, Guadalajara Family Mexican Restaurant. Shout out to Guadalajara, Mexico. I've been there before. Well, let me not digress. Now, the Quality Inn that we're walking up on, y'all said 400,000. Not 400,000. Whoa. 400. 400 migrants were put here. They were put here and they kicked people out. The locals. They had kicked the locals that were staying here. You know, the locals that can't afford their own housing and stuff would stay at this facility. They would kick them out. Yeah, so I went in there and talked to them. They're kind of secretive and rude, which I thought they would be. They didn't confirm if they were there or not, but obviously for the not confirming, we know what the answer is. So yeah, they still have them there in that facility. Like I said, no matter where I go and do these videos, man, people are so secretive and panicky about it, but this is one of the facilities where the migrants are staying right here. Yeah, I mean, it's documented, it's public record. The news in Colorado put them on, the ones that talked about them. That's how I knew about them. But yeah, they're still there. We all know that. Yeah, it's just rough, man. Our job is rough, man. You don't know what we got to go through sometime to talk to people, because I was gonna try to get an interview. That's why I went in there and try to see if I can get an interview and talk with them. But yeah, this is the facility right here. This is the facility right here. I'm off the property, so they can't say nothing to me. I might have to delete some of the video from earlier because they were panicking. I don't want no problems with the channel. But this is the facility right here. These were the migrants staying. So definitely, more than likely, they still there. She didn't want to give me no information. It's a little different here so far. It's a little different than New York City. New York City, you know, they have the what is it, the National Guard there, or the military helping them at most of the facilities. Here, when I went inside, there was no security. I didn't see no security. I didn't see no military. Just, it's like a regular functioning place. So they might be mixing having their locals, whoever comes to stay there, and they have migrants there, because it's a big facility. So I see why they let 400 migrants stay there. It would make sense. It would make sense. Also, that guarantees that the hotel will get their money. Like that's a quality in Aurora. And there's a couple of them, so you don't have to guess which one. Cool vibes, everybody. Also, man, my prayers go out to Lakeland Riley, her family, man. She was killed by a migrant that came in from New York City, September of 2022, and she was down in Georgia, man, Athens, Georgia, going to school down there, and she went on a run, and that's what the news is saying. I'm repeating what the news is saying, and her life was taken. So this is the first incident that I know that a migrant, that I know. It might be something else out there. I'm not 100%, you know what I mean? By the time this video come out, something else could happen. Or something else may not happen. And I pray nothing else happens to any, U.S. citizen or anything like that. But yeah, my prayers go out to her family, man. That's a sad situation, man. Sad situation. And it was confirmed that the guy was up in New York City before he made his way to Georgia. So sad situation. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna make it to our second location. Shout out to my boy Big Hawk, the Yonkers native. And he's doing good with his migrant videos, man. So Big Hawk, keep pushing, man. And not only migrant videos, he's giving everybody, the scoop on everything that's going on in New York City. Because there's a lot of crime happening. It's a lot of problems in New York right now, man. So I'm gonna keep bringing out these videos. And yes, guys, I still do travel videos. I'm traveling right now, man. I was in Belize, now I'm in what is it? Colorado. So I'm moving around and doing what I have to do. Yeah, so we'll go downtown and we'll go to this other area and let you see what's going on with the migrants. But like I said, it's nowhere the numbers that they have in the States, so they're not like hanging out and everything, how they hang out in the States. So this is definitely a different type of feel with the videos. Oh, okay, this is the side of the building. Let me let you see the side of the building right here real quick as well. Like I said, I'm gonna have to do a lot of deleting, because she's like, they told me, this is private property, and you can't record on the property, but I can record off the property. So let me go on the side. So one more time, let you see what's going on. We got a Starbucks on our right. Colorado is a cool place, man. I ain't gonna lie to you guys. Colorado is definitely a laid-back, cool place. I've been here before, of course, but first time I've been here to work and do videos. So I'm just trying to let you guys see much of the facility as possible, since I'm gonna have to delete a lot of this video. So I'm on Starbucks property. This is not their property, and I think that property is just a sidewalk. But I'll stay right here to let you see. And once again, man, my prayers go out to the family, man. Lakeland, Raleigh, man. Sad situation, man. Okay, guys, look at this. Look at this right here. That's Denver right there. Downtown Denver, where we came from. And if I turn around right here, this is one of the facilities. We let that truck go by. This is one of the facilities where the migrants stay. That's what I was just told. I'm not gonna go in, but it's nothing like New York City. It's nothing like New York City, so I would tell any YouTuber, if they're trying to come out here and do videos, you don't see the migrants hanging out. They working or they're in their apartments or their hotels, wherever they're at. They're not out and about like that. I've seen a couple on the streets, but they're not out and about like that. So this is Spear and Zoo 9. Let me see. We're gonna have to investigate a little bit. Obviously there's nothing back that way. But they had like a place where all the migrants were hanging at. I know they was trying to get rid of it, but this area looks nice. It doesn't look nothing like how it was portrayed on the news. I'll tell you that much. I'll tell you that for sure. But phillydom had to come out here and I had to do my investigation just to, you know, confirm this. So you walking around just like me, I'm trying to figure it out. We're doing it together right now. I don't know, man. It's a guy walking right here. Let me ask him a question. Or a lady. It's too far to tell. Or I get close up, I can tell you this, but I'll ask them. Maybe they can help me. Because it doesn't look bad at all out here. Excuse me, sir.
Yes, sir.
Where's the homeless embankments and stuff at? The homeless and migrants. I know that hotel right there.
Yeah, that's where they all hang out, right here.
In this hotel right here.
Yeah, this is where the city puts all the migrants, Venezuelans, Puerto Ricans, kids, wherever they're coming from.
Okay.
The Dominican Republic.
Yeah, he put them in there.
They put them in here for about a month,
Yeah.
sometimes 6 months. And usually about a month. But
Okay.
the families get about 6 months, I've noticed. And they put them in here, and then once their 6 months is up, they either end up homeless.
Okay, wow.
Or they end up in some sort of apartment. But the problem it seems to be they keep having is most of these migrants aren't coming in with legal documents. They're coming on just dreamers.
Yeah.
And part of DACA.
Okay.
And so a lot of times they don't have green cards and are unable to find jobs, so they're forced to panhandle and whatnot.
Yeah. Because I'm coming from New York, and in New York, like, the migrants are hanging out, but I noticed coming out here to Colorado, they're not hanging out or nothing.
Yeah, that's because what it is you see the migrants, when they end up outside of here, get treated just like the homeless in this city, and when they try to go in camp and stabilize themselves somewhere stable, the city moves them on. Just like the homeless people, and sweep them out. That's why they're not standing around. You'll see on a weekday, you'll get groups of them who'll come over to this corner and they'll try to wash people's windshields for money or whatnot. But beyond that, unless they're working, smoking weed, or drinking on the weekend, they are all over the place and they don't stop moving.
And they don't hang out. Because you see, I'm sure you saw videos in New York.
Yeah, I've seen some of it because when they don't stay here in Colorado, they send them straight to New York.
In New York, they're on the streets. They're hanging in front of the hotels.
It's the same situation here. Again, but the biggest problem I seem to be having is Colorado doesn't filter the migrants at all. They don't make sure they're not the wrong kind of people. And we get people stealing.
They do steal here and stuff.
They steal, they do drugs. Not all of them, but a good third of them come in are of the American hood type. They drink, they do drugs, they steal, they do whatever they got to do to survive, even if they know it's wrong.
Yeah, because they New York, man, they fighting police officers. They shoplifting.
Yeah.
It's a lot of them, man. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I've seen a couple of Venezuelans come out here and like get a hold of a gun and shoot a police officer. In fact, we had a shooting out here right at this spot, right where we're standing.
See, we didn't hear about that one in the yard.
No, that's because they kept it in the local news and kept it quiet nationally. But freaking the person who shot at the officer was a Venezuelan migrant who was disgruntled because of the way he was being treated by our government. Because the government, they wanted all this publicity to, you know, push the democratic and liberal agenda.
Okay.
But they did not realize the impact it was having on our economy.
Okay.
So they can't actually help these people. And a lot of them are left to struggle and be angry at, well, the white and black Americans who let them in and can't help them.
Yeah.
They don't even see white Americans at this point. They just see
Americans.
These Americans. They let us in and they can't even really help us. They're left to be homeless on the streets, on drugs, and freaking panhandling, can't manage to find decent work. And those who can work off of a list of page about this big, and it's less than minimum wage.
Oh, it's less than minimum wage.
Less than minimum wage. We're talking like maybe $9 an hour at most, and these jobs last a week at most. And it's a short list with so many requirements on these jobs that most of them can't even get hired.
Wow. Yeah, because if you don't speak the language and you're not fluent in writing English, and it's going to be pretty hard. I mean, they got some y'all got African migrants here too?
We got a couple. Let's see, like my pastor at the church I used to go to, he's been here about half his life. He originally came out here from Ghana.
Okay.
And then I met a couple Nigerians that came through here.
Okay.
And then one from Zimbabwe.
Okay.
So I've met quite a few, but a lot of the people who come out from the Middle Eastern areas are Arab or Israeli. In places like
New York. Yeah, New York.
LA.
Oh, they're going crazy in New York and LA.
Like, it ain't
I'm
gonna
putting
be
my
like
bag
that here
down.
in Denver, but the attitude's the same.
Okay.
Pretty much people are at war with each other over different idealisms.
Okay.
And then you got these guys who are stuck in the middle of it and don't even know what's going on.
Wait, staying in these hotels like this. What's the name of that hotel?
This is the Quality Inn, and then this is the Roadway Inn. I'm not sure what's going on with it. They recently took their signs down.
Okay, yeah.
So, which means I'm pretty sure they're about to just turn this into a safe zone for migrants because the city ain't got nowhere else to put them.
Yeah.
You know.
I went to Aurora.
Yeah.
And they had one out there too, but they didn't welcome me so kindly to talk to them.
Nah, you see, Aurora is a little different. People aren't as friendly out there.
Okay.
It's there's a huge majority black community who's into the reparations thing.
Okay.
And so if you get someone who goes walking up to them, you know, obviously not freaking hooded out, freaking, you know, educated, just trying to get something, especially got this camera here.
Yeah.
They gonna think you just like the rich white man, and they gonna freaking disregard you.
Yeah, they were. I told them I recorded the facility and I wanted to go in and talk to them for a second, like I'm talking to you. And the lady like freaked out. I'm like, I come in peace. I'm not here to like cause no problems.
Aurora's got a lot of problems, man. You think Denver's got some issues? Denver's issues are open and out there.
Yeah.
But the problems in Aurora are a lot worse. I mean, you're less likely to get shot in Denver than you are Aurora. You look the wrong way as somebody. You know, even if you just glancing over in the middle of the night, that's likely some dude's gonna pull out his piece and shoot you with it.
Wow.
You know?
Okay, in Aurora.
So
Aurora is a different type of animal.
Oh, way different. It's in the same, metro area, but it's totally different. In fact, Denver's like the nicest spot.
Yeah.
You've got Aurora, which is like,
like
rich, upper class people.
suburbs,
and then,
like I call it.
The majority of the black community in the metro area. And then you've got Lakewood, which is all ghetto.
Okay.
Various other different places surrounding, like Littleton's, all the older white folk.
Oh, like it's out that way?
Yeah, out that way. All the older white folk who, retiring and whatnot, want to live way away, families and whatnot.
Okay.
And then you've got freaking Inglewood, which is like, the homeless people, I refer to them yuppies, but these guys really are like the overly liberal yuppie kind of individual.
Yeah.
They hang out in Aurora, and if you go into any one of those shops there and you don't pull out $100 bill or something,
they look at you like crazy.
They will frickin' stare you down. I mean, this is the kind of place where you walk into the Walmart and they will check the balance on your EBT card before you even frickin' purchase
Make a purchase.
it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. They help you up like that. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And make sure you got enough on here to pay the bill.
Oh, exactly. We don't want you coming up in here and your freaking poor ass, you know?
not spending money and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Wow, man.
So, and a lot of this has a problem to do with 95% of the city is spiritually disconnected from Christ.
I hear you, man.
Like literally 95% of us in this city don't know Christ.
Yeah.
And that's the problem, is because they're trying to teach a moral law that was given by the moral lawgiver.
Yeah, I hear
and you can't teach the moral law without teaching who the moral lawgiver is and why he gave the moral law. You know?
That makes sense.
So, you know, people are getting weaker and weaker, and mentalities are getting harder and harder, and freaking nothing's changing. Well, it's a simple matter, man. People need to go back to church.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you on that.
You know?
I hear you on that, man.
So, you know, the city's full of witchcraft and overly liberal ideas that have been proven to destroy our nation time and time again.
Yeah. And now they got this migrant crisis here, and they can't even... How many migrants do you think are here in...
Colorado?
Colorado, yeah.
Oh, man, let's see. Denver alone, I'd say I've seen... Excuse me, freaking cold air.
Take your time, take your
coming
time.
through my tear ducts.
I thank you just for talking to me, man.
Yeah,
Appreciate
no,
it.
Good, dude.
Yeah.
I'm Joshua, by the way.
I'm phillydom.
Phillydom.
Nice to meet you, man. And you'll check it out on the channel. You'll check it out.
Yeah.
Like, all right.
But I'm gonna end up on YouTube.
Yeah, you're famous now.
Cool. But you know, honestly, thousands. I would say tens of thousands. You know, on record, I think it's somewhere around like 8,000 or 9,000 in the metro area.
8,000 or 9,000.
Yeah, but you know, at least total. But there's more.
They say y'all spend They say y'all spend over $40 million on helping the migrants.
At least.
They getting panicky now because we got and I ain't want to go over there because they'll say, oh, you want the property and stuff.
Oh yeah, no, these guys over here,
they're top notch. What's going on with the top notch security with this migrant thing?
So the thing is one, it's to try and control the problems that come with these migrants.
Yeah.
Because these migrants are from a different culture, and one of the things that with their culture is things we'd consider domestic violence is normal to their culture.
In their country, yeah.
So, you know, they're readjusting, they're reorienting.
I tell people that.
Mm-hmm. And then there's also, like, unfortunately, overly, and I hate to say it, liberal white folk, not the conservative liberal white folk, come up in here, and they will freaking literally cause problems for the migrants. And they'd be more problematic than the migrants themselves.
I hear you.
So, you know,
yeah, with the protests and stuff like that, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, and it's not even that. Some people just come up in here, like, you'll get a rich white dude who wants to hit up on a young Venezuelan chick, or you'll get that young gangsta black guy who's looking to make some money off of these new guys who are just trying to get it.
Yeah, I'm gonna put them on the street, have them work for me, give them a couple dollars. I see what you're saying, and they getting desperate because they not working like that. And it's so hard. Why is it taking so long for them to get their papers, especially the Venezuelans? Because they came to the U.S. on like a they came in illegally. They're illegal, but they came on some special circumstances because they have a political situation.
Asylum.
Yeah, asylum. They got political problems in their country, and it's like in New York City. They can't. It's hard for them to get working papers. It's just
so two main reasons. The official reason has to do with budgeting. The second reason is very simple. To push the liberal agenda, you don't actually need to follow through.
Oh my goodness, he keep it.
Oh no, I'm sorry. This one's a liberal agenda problem. There are conservative issues in here that are causing problems too, just as the other flip side of the coin is. Conservative, liberals, and Democrats, they're all fighting right now. But the problem is the agenda that's being pushed is a highly liberal one. You don't need to actually follow through with the act. You just need the publicity stunt to get all the rich white folk in power, you know, and the rich black folk nowadays, because it is the same, you know, freaking to just see, oh, they did something good. Let's vote for these people that did that, and then we'll leave the people that they took and used as a publicity stunt to fend for themselves. They don't actually want to spend the money on helping these people, which is what it would cost. You know, they've already spent $40 million just over here alone.
They probably have 44 right now.
Yeah, and it would take another $10 million just to get these guys documented. And they're not going to spend that kind of money to make them legal. Right now, they're using these guys as a publicity stunt, and in the next election, they're probably going to shove over half of them out of the country. You know, they're not actually trying to help these people; they're just using them. You know, and it's very clear because the news doesn't show up on here unless some politician wants a publicity stunt. You know, the police don't even bother with this place unless they're trying to break up the problems. You know, otherwise they post up over in that parking lot all day long sometimes, and they stare right here. They ain't even, I could go
right now with the migrant crisis,
and these people aren't even bad people. They just methods of survival right now. You know, I used to be homeless on the streets. I know what they dealing with.
They walked all the way from another country. That's why when they can make crimes and stuff, I'm like, why would you do that? Like you risked your life basically to get here, and then to come here and like they had to fight with the police officers in Times Square. They didn't get tased or shot. That is amazing. That's I've never seen nothing like that happen in my life.
Yeah, you know, honestly, I hadn't seen stuff like that happen since I left Albuquerque. Yeah, Albuquerque was the only place I knew of that was that kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But
that kind of crazy, yeah.
But yeah, I assume Denver's gonna get that bad soon enough because these migrants are getting tired of it.
Yeah.
You know, these migrants are wondering when the city's finally gonna actually do something for them. You know, they want to give back, but not getting the chance, and they won't.
They need. If they get a job, now they can pay taxes. They don't have to stay in these free hotels and stuff like that and use people's taxpayer money. They'll be a part of the system now because they work and they pumping money back into the country.
They want that because so long as the man is supporting them, the man gets publicity off of them. And so long as the man is gaining publicity off of them, that allows them to put their figurehead politician in office. They're going to continue to leave them like this. And then when they're done, they're going to deport over half of them guaranteed.
Yeah.
You know, if they don't end up in jail.
Yeah, because they're going to get desperate and they're going to commit crimes, which they've been doing. Especially, and I hate to point somebody out, but the Venezuelans, they keep coming up. The other migrants seem like they're just laying low, buying their time, and trying to do the right thing. They're trying to do the right. Even most of the Venezuelans are trying to do the right thing. Most of them trying to do the right thing.
Yeah, but you see, a majority of the people who come prone to criminal action and drugs like that. The reason you see it with Venezuelans more is because 2/3 of the migrants coming in are Venezuelan refugees.
Yeah.
They're coming from, a country where the people allowed it to become socialist, and that socialist turned into a dictator, which it always does, and ended up taking everything from the people. So now they're running from what's essentially now a communist dictatorship.
Okay.
And they're coming here, America, where everyone in the world goes when their country goes to shit.
Yeah.
And so you're getting majority of them coming from there, and then you get other migrants who have been coming in at the same rate at the same time for years, which are usually Peruvians, Cubans, Mexicans,
Haitian, Dominicans,
people
they
from
coming from everywhere,
people
man.
who are coming from
Africa,
our U.S. territories.
China, everywhere.
Exactly. It's just now that you've got these Venezuelans all over the place, they tend to group the Latin American migrants together.
And they're not all Venezuelan. People don't understand that.
Exactly.
Yeah, they're not all Venezuelan.
They don't care. They just Hispanic.
Yeah. Like if they see black, you could be a black American, you could be African black, and you're all the same. Like they see you all the same.
Yeah, it's like most people looking at a white dude like me.
Yeah.
They look at me, they see my fair complexion.
Yeah.
They see that I'm dressed all right, trying not to curse, whatnot. They think, oh, you must be from a middle class family and never been through nothing. Man, I ate out of the trash at 16.
Yeah.
Your
struggle is real. Your struggle is real. Yeah.
Struggle is real. I had a mother who tried to commit homicide on me and my brother more than once.
Yeah.
Wow. They don't see that. They just see this.
That you're white and they assume that everything is all right with you. You come from middle class or a rich family or a wealthy family.
They don't see the sleeping on the streets, damn near dying, freezing to death. They don't see the struggle to find work or struggle to interact with normal society. They don't see the fact that I've had to eat out of the trash. They just see clean-cut looking white boy.
Yeah. Everybody got their story. Everybody got their struggle. Yeah. And people got to start making everybody individual, not grouping them in just by race or social class. Or like, oh, it looks like he might have money.
See, like, I tell people all the time, especially people who hate on race, I'm like, look, go ahead and hate them rich white folk. Just do me a favor and differentiate between the white folk who are trying to keep you down and white folk like me who literally want nothing to do with them.
Yeah.
We were on your side. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we've been through the same kind of shit. The man treats us the same way because those white folk you're talking about disregard my kind of white folk.
Yes.
My kind of white folk is poor.
Yeah.
Don't make no kind of money. Don't have the same kind of education they do. Yeah. And because of that, like, we could walk over to Riverside Baptist right now. I'll walk up in there. I will be a white man in a sea of white men, and they will disregard me. Why? Because I came from the streets.
Yes. He's not one of us.
Exactly. That's literally what it was. Yeah. Like, legit. I walked into a men's breakfast Tuesday and walked out. And it's like, man, that kid don't get it. I'm 27 years old, almost 30, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And for a kid, I'm getting disregarded as a kid simply because I'm struggling just to communicate with them. That's the attitude. If you ain't like them, they don't care about you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you so much, man. You helped me out a lot. Yeah, I ain't gonna go in there. They already took a picture of me and everything. They panicked. The guy came out. I'm gonna go there and tell
they
him who I
took
am.
a picture of me too.
Yeah, they took a picture of both.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I go
you see,
talk
the
to them.
thing
I tell
is,
them.
with these guys over here, they know I smoke weed with the Venezuelans from time to time.
Aha. So they try to understand what's going on.
They're like, why is this dude over here getting Phil talking about the migrants he interacts with on a daily basis?
Yeah. He said he knows all of them anyway.
Yeah, you know, most of the time I walk around, you know, some of them know my name, you know, and I'll hear, you know, my name in Spanish, which is Josue. You know, I'm Joshua. And so in Spanish it's Josue. And freaking I'll hear, Josue, you have any marijuana? You know, or they'll hear mota, way. You know,
Dude,
like,
you got
no
marijuana?
weed
Yeah.
today.
Yeah.
You know, or if I'm smoking a big fat blunt walking down the bike trail, they'll stop me and be like, mota? Yeah, here, have a hit.
Yeah.
And I'll sit there and smoke weed with them. And they're looking at me crazy. They're like, what? We don't have to give you anything. You're just sharing your weed with us. Welcome to America.
Yeah. So people nice in America.
So,
And it's legal too now in
yeah,
Colorado.
Exactly. You 21 and up.
It's legal to smoke in
Not just smoke, but you can give it away too.
Wow.
Yeah, most people don't know this, but Colorado statutes specifically state if you go buy marijuana and you don't want that marijuana no more, as long as you ain't trading it for items or selling it for money, you can find someone who else is 21 and age verify them and give away your weed.
Are you for real?
I'm not joking. It's not
wow.
even considered dealing. It's completely illegal. If you don't want your weed and you can't find somewhere to just throw it away, or you don't want to waste it because you spent so much money on it, give it away to someone else who's 21.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, you won't know how many times I've walked downtown, just walking around by a hotel or something.
It's downtown, guys.
Yeah,
Look at beautiful downtown Denver.
And I'll be walking around one of the hotels or something, you know, just walking along.
Uh-huh.
And then someone will be like, hey, you're a stoner, aren't you?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I smoke weed. What about it? And it'll be usually some rich white girl.
Yeah.
Or, you know, old white businessman.
Yeah.
And they'll look at me and be like, Rick, you want some weed, man? I'm going to the airport. I can't smoke any of this.
They can't take it with them.
Yeah, so they don't want to put it in the amnesty box because it just gets destroyed.
Yeah.
So they give it to someone like me.
Yeah, they like, might as well give it to somebody that's going to use it.
Uh-huh.
And make use of it.
So.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I ain't going to go on the property. I know I'm going to go talk to them to let them know I was here. Cause they, I mean, this is a free country. You're allowed to record. You can do whatever you want. I don't know why they...
It's a free country, but you damn well know people are trying to remove those rights.
Yeah.
You see, most people think our Constitution was crude, but the Constitution was created so it could always be changed.
That's
because
true.
the people in power at the time, the people who founded our nation, knew what all great men knew, that they don't know everything and they're going to make mistakes, and that their beliefs and values would someday be the wrong kind of values, so we'd have to change them.
Wow,
that's why our Constitution was created the way it was.
Okay.
Think about it. Back then, slavery was a common thing. Nowadays, the thought of slavery in America is revolting.
Yes.
You know? True. Like, I have Irish, Scottish, Native American, and, you know, backgrounds.
Yeah.
And the Scottish side are Jewish. You know, I don't agree with what happened to those people.
Yeah.
You know? But nowadays, we have a system in place that makes sure that never happens again.
That's true. You're 100% right about that.
So, like, most people talk about it, well, the Irish were in indentured servitude. They were treated worse than most of the slaves.
Y'all had it rough too.
Yeah.
It wasn't slavery, but y'all had it rough.
Uh-huh.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, the history books.
So, and then the Jews, well, my Jewish ancestors, good 2/3 of them, were burned in gas.
Holocaust.
You know? And the remaining ancestors didn't even admit the fact they were Jewish until the deathbed.
Wow.
So, you know, it's like, I understand that struggle, which is why I talk about everything I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Because I come from it too. So.
Speak on it, man. Speak on it, man. Anything else you got to tell them about Colorado? They should know about the migrant crisis, or just general Colorado information
Colorado
to help
things.
somebody if they come in here or whatever.
Do y'all selves a favor, quit trying to hide the fact you smoking weed when you come here. Literally no one, even the cops, do not care. If you not acting suspicious, smoke your damn weed. Just don't smoke it near a school.
You heard what he said.
Yeah.
Where they can find you, man. What's this area? What's this?
This is considered the Jefferson Park neighborhood. My name is Joshua.
Yeah.
If any of y'all want to ask me questions about what you see on this dude's YouTube channel, approach
phillydom. Yeah, phillydom.
Yeah, Mr. phillydom over here.
Approach him.
Yeah.
Because he stay in this area.
Yeah, I live just, 3 blocks from here.
Yeah, 3 blocks from here.
4
Okay.
blocks. I live up on 28th and Clay.
Okay, yeah, you right here.
Yeah.
Right here.
So, but you know, and then as far as last but not least, stay away from the drug addicts because those drug addicts will try to get you on fentanyl.
And that's the worst thing you could be on. That's the worst thing.
Yeah. All I gotta say is, don't be so sketchy. You get near a school.
You heard what he said.
You know, for real. We got dispensaries on just about every other damn street corner downtown.
Yeah, that's true. I seen them. I saw it with my own eyes.
Like, for real. And if you're going to the airport, do a stoner a favor.
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Hold on, let me give him a little. And don't forget, you rocking out with the one and only. Let me get you on camera with me. You rocking out with the one and only phillydom. Oh yeah.